Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a Wet n Wild CenturyLink field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Check, 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 20. Check. Express. Check. Check again.
Coleman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go. 180. Drop deep. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 37. Check spread. Great. Check 24. 58, boy. 58.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Check 26. Check.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Gun.
Now it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Man up, deep. Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check. Gun. Great.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Newton to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Tucker's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Hey, Mike 57.
In your face.
57. Mike 57. Hey, we got to get to the ball, T. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Yo, kill. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray, and he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
57's Mike. Get your swarm on.
Now on 2nd and 16. Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go 5-0 here. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. You can't block.
From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Just like that.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 58, Mike. Big stuff.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
53, Mike. Watch the run. Let's go.
Now Newton on 1st down. And he can't receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Let's go, let's go. Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. It's caught by Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Newton. And he finds Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line.
And the Rams' 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
We won. Come to my work. Gun. Check. Crunch.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
That's it. 180. Mike 58, right there. Gun. Fast. Set. Gun. 58, come on. So we got man.
Newton on 1st down. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go.
To throw again. Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Under 10. Regular. PPP. 53 to Mike. 53.
Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 93 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Newton. This one caught by Davis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Newton now to throw. He completes it to Treadwell. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Throwing is Newton. Completes it to Coleman. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
53 is the mark.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another if they hurry. We'll see. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Fitzpatrick. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. Well, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, and it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
53, Mike. Here we go. Left. Let's go. Here we got Mike.
Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton steps away to his left. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
20.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
From the red zone now, Newton. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Noah Spence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Regular. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Kill. Bring it. Bravo. 53 is the mic.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now Newton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 15, check 15.
On the draw play, Coleman. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Go.
Here's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Sean Bunning.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check right. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I got one. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 20. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Push him back. What is it?
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing again on second down. Newton. Safarian Jenkins has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. They'll run it with Coleman. And some strong running. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Mike Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Murray. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Regular. Check. Five. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go one more.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
There's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
8.
Now Newton. And This is Cook with a grab. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. That'll be complete to Cook. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
Great. Gun. Go 58's the mic. Hey, come on now. 58, right over there. Yeah. Set up. Yeah, right there. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Ready.
1 score down. Here we go.
Gun.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
36. Great.
They snap it to Newton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Regular. Hey, Echo. Hey, color. Check three.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Newton. Backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Gun. 58, come on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fitzpatrick. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
That's going to be a long day. Regular. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Orbit.
You can't block me.
Back to it after the pick six. Fitzpatrick. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
53, check 53.
Here's Fitzpatrick. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
34. 34.
Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Mike 53. Watch the out.
Fitzpatrick to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. George Kittle in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Fitzpatrick. That'll be caught by Cobb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Seahawks, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast right here.